years, you know, even before I ever signed my record deal.
One of Mark's songs has become not only a favorite of Opry fans, but of fans of all music genres. In 1999, Don't Laugh at Me was nominated for 3 CMA Awards and has touched the hearts of people all over. Written by Steve Seskin and Alan Shamblin, Alan admits there was a moment when the phenomenal song was literally forgotten.
I was upstairs just strumming on my guitar, rambling, not even paying attention to what I was doing. And my wife walked through the room and says, "I love that." And I said, "Love what?" And she said, "What you were just playing." I said, "What was I playing?" And she said, "You were singing Don't Laugh at Me about a man on a street corner." And I said, "I was?" And we started talking, and 2 weeks later, Steve and I got together and ran that idea by Steve. And if Laurie hadn't walked through the room at that time, that idea could have came in the window and went right out.
Fortunately, Alan and Steve finished the song and sent it into the hands of songwriter Gary Harrison and Carson Chamberlain, Mark's producer.
I had been over to Mercury and talked to Carson and Gary Harrison and those guys, and we'd been hanging out and shooting the breeze, and Gary says, "I got this song that you need to listen to." And I said, "Okay."
I knew enough about Mark to know how he felt about kids and children and that sort of thing. So as soon as I heard that song, I said, "Mark will love this." You know, I just knew he would get it.
On his way to a rehearsal studio, Mark put the tape in and listened to Don't Laugh at Me for the first time. Slowly, the song began to sink in.
As I pull up to the red light, there's a homeless man standing on the corner. And he's got a sign. He's holding up his sign. And it got to the second verse. "I'm the cripple on the corner. You pass me on the street. I wouldn't be out here begging if I had enough to eat. And don't think I don't notice that our eyes never meet." And I'm sitting there in my truck, catching myself not looking at this guy right directly beside me. And the light turns green, and I pull off. And as I pull off, the second half of that verse comes on. "I lost my wife and little boy when someone crossed that yellow line. The day we laid him in the ground is the day I lost my mind." And I lost it. I absolutely lost it.
And he's just gotten a new truck because he had his record company advance money and stuff, and he's about to have a baby. And he says, "My life was going so well, and I see this guy and the dichotomy of that just to look over." And he said, "I pulled the truck over and I went out and gave the guy $10, you know, and then went back and called Mercury and said, 'We got to put this song on hold. I've got to do this song.'"
When that happened to me, I think something clicked in my head that, you know, how we look at other people and how we have no idea what circumstances in their life have brought them to that point. But yet we judge them because they're there, you know. And that just, it made me realize how wrong that was. And that was something about that song that just instantly meant something to me and still does.